In business statistics, we have seen the arithmetic mean, uses of arithmetic mean, and merits and demerits of arithmetic mean in the previous lesson. And we have also seen the arithmetic mean calculation under the discrete series, under the individual observation. Sorry. So, in individual observations, we have seen direct method and also indirect method. In this lesson, we are going to look into the arithmetic mean under the discrete series. So, a student will be able to understand after completion of this lesson the calculation of arithmetic mean under the discrete series, and also under the discrete series we will be seeing direct method and indirect method, that is called shortcut method. So quickly going through the uh, recap what we have seen in the previous lesson, we have seen the definition of arithmetic mean. The arithmetic mean is the measure of central tendency which lies somewhere around in the middle of the series given. So we have also seen what are the uses of arithmetic mean, what are the merits and demerits of arithmetic mean. Lastly, we have seen about the individual observations in the arithmetic mean, where arithmetic mean is most popular and widely used measure. In all the averages, normally first everyone will try to apply the averages, arithmetic average, which represents the entire data and where the value of the arithmetic mean is located in the middle of the given series. In individual series, a series where items are listed singly after observation is called individual series. And as I said, there are two methods, direct method and shortcut method. In direct method, we will be taking sigma x by n. X is observations, the value of observations, and sigma is sum of all the observations. So sigma x will be sum of all the observations divided by the number of observations. And whereas in shortcut method we have seen assumed mean plus sum of the deviations taken from the actual observations minus assumed mean, which is divided again by number of observations. Here in the direct method we have taken a table which includes first column observations given in the problem, the name of the observations given in the problem, and second column value of the observations given in the problem. Only these two columns will be there. And after summing up the second column, that is value of the observations, We have used a formula which is here, sigma x by n. Whereas in shortcut method, we have taken three columns, where in the first column the name of the observation, and in the second column the value of the observations given, and in the third column we will take the deviations taken from actual observations minus assumed mean. So in third column we will be taking deviations from the actual observations. So the values which we arrive at in the third column is summed up and divided by number of values which is added to the assumed mean. So this is the method we have seen in the individual observations. In this lesson, as we have seen in the objectives, we will see what is discrete series. Discrete series items are arranged in groups, that is marks, ranks, or something else, with definite breaks. Normally the gap will be exactly what gap which is existing in the previous two numbers. From one point to another, there will be definite breaks. For example, a number of children may be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a definite break of 1. So 1 minus 0 is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1. Like that, same one gap is maintained. Now coming to the calculation of the arithmetic mean under the discrete series. The steps we follow in direct method. First we will see the direct method. The steps we will follow in the direct method. Again, a table is drawn here with first column all the observations given in the problem, that is x, capital X. In the second column, we will take frequency of the observations, that is how many times occurred that observation has occurred. In the second column, that is small f. Always frequency is indicated by small f. And in the third column, we will take the product of f and x. That is x and f is multiplied and taken in the next column. Third column. These products which are taken in the third column is summed up at the end of the third column, and then that is divided with the total of the frequency, that is n, sigma f or n you can call. Frequency is nothing but number of observations. The same thing we are doing here, divided by n. Sigma fx divided by n. Now we will see symbolically mean AM is equal to F into x1 plus F into x2 plus F into x3 up to F into x to the x to xn, which is divided by n. Fx1 is nothing but the first observation into first frequency. First observation into first frequency. That is first column into second column. First items. Again, Fx2 indicates the second item. X2 is the second item in the first column. F is second item in the second column, which is multiplied together, and that is posted in the third column. Like this, we will be doing the complete product and summing up in the columns, in the second column and third column. Or simply, we can put the formula as sigma small fx, fx is capital, fx by n, where x is equal to arithmetic mean. X bar is equal to arithmetic mean, sorry. X bar is the arithmetic mean. And sigma fx is equal to total of products of the frequencies and the variable x. So this is nothing but the same I have explained you. We will take the product of first column, first observation, second column, first frequency, and that will be taken as the product of these two in the third column. So like this, we will take the whole series and then we will complete the table. And of course, n is the number of observations, that is total frequency. In discrete series and continuous series, the number of observations is the total frequency. Please remember, this is very important. In discrete series and continuous series, number of observations is nothing but total frequency. In this example, we will see how the arithmetic mean is calculated. In this problem, we have taken marks as 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And the number of students, that is F. The marks are X and number of students column is F. So here, this is capital X. This is F. So we will take this table and first column is marks and second column is number of students. So first column we will indicate by X symbolically and F for the second column symbolically. Now in the third column we will take the product of first and second columns. That we will see in the solution. In the solution, as I said, marks are denoted by X, capital X, and the number of students are denoted by small f, that is frequency. So in the first column, we have taken all the marks. In the second column, we have taken all the number of students. And in the third column, as I said, fx. Fx is taken in the third column. And lastly, we will add all these things, all the products. The product is 20 into 8 is 160 product. Like that, we will complete the table, and then we will take the sum of all the products here, that is sigma fx. This is fx and sigma fx is total, and this one 2460. So this is how we will take the discrete series direct method. See here, it is explained. Arithmetic mean is equal to sigma fx by n, that is 2460 divided by 60. And where the arithmetic mean under the direct method is calculated as 41. Here, the substitute of the values which we got in the previous slide. Previous slide we have got the values, that is sigma f, or we can also say sigma n, and fx. So here we have taken 2460, that is sigma fx. Sigma fx. This is sigma fx 2460. And the arithmetic mean is 41 marks. This is calculated under the direct method. Now we will see one more example under this one. Now compute the arithmetic mean from the following data by using direct method. Here wages and number of workers are given. Wages is given in rupees and number of workers are given in the number. So this we take as capital X in the first column. This we take it as small f in the second column. Here for 4 people, wages are 3 rupees, maybe per hour or per day or something else. Because this is a very old problem, the variables are very low. Now, for 5 rupees wages, we have 10 workers, and so on, up to 15 rupees wages. 15 rupees wages are for 2 people only. Here we see the wages are 8 rupees for 12 people. That is the highest one. So number of workers are higher under the number of workers, wages 8. So the answer lies between these two. We'll see what is the solution. The arithmetic mean is calculated in according to this table. Again, we have taken 3 column table. In the first column, capital X is taken, under which the actual observations given in the problem are taken. And in the second column, number of workers, that is frequency, F is taken. And of course, we have to add all these frequency also. The frequency is also added, that is sigma F, summing up. This is also called N. So N can be 4 plus 10, 14 plus 12, 26, 34, 38, 40. So 40 is the free sigma fx or by sigma f, or n is equal to 40. And now the sigma fx, that is after taking the product of f and capital X, is 316. Now we will see the solution also. As I said, the arithmetic mean is sigma fx by n. N is 40. We have just calculated. And sigma fx is 316. Now the arithmetic mean value is 7.9. As I said, it lies between two figures. That is here. 7.9 is nothing but 8. So it is lying at 8 exactly. That is 7.9, or if it is rounded off, it goes to 8. Now the steps for arithmetic mean in shortcut method we will see. So far we have seen two examples under the direct method. In shortcut method, we will see the steps. We will understand the table first. The table will be like this. In the first column, the values of x, that is given in the problem, capital X. In the second column, again we will take frequency, that is the same which is given in the problem. So first and second columns which are given in the problem will be taken. And in the third column, we will take the deviations taken from the actual observations from the assumed mean. So we have to assume a value that is called assumed mean. This is denoted by A. Assumed mean is denoted by A. So we will take the deviations from the observations, that is first column. First column, first value minus A. First column, second value minus A. First column, third value minus A. Like this, we will take the observations, deviations, and then in the fourth column, we will take the product of frequency and deviations taken from the actual observations in the third column. So first into third, third column into the second column, F into D. So in the fourth column, we will put F into D. So F into D means frequency into deviations. In the second column, in the third column, as I said, take the deviations of items from the assumed mean and denote these deviations by D. That is, D is equal to capital X minus A. Please note carefully, small d is equal to, small d indicates deviations. Now small d is equal to x minus A. So we can assume any value from x. Normally it is taken from x. We need not take exactly from x also. We can assume any value. But if the value is taken very nearer to the midpoint of x series, the calculations will be minimized. So it should be taken almost from the middle point. That we will see in the problem. The deviations are denoted by d, as I said. So we will see the steps. First step is, sorry, the next step. In the previous step, we have seen denote these deviations by d. And in the next step, that is fourth step, multiply these deviations with respect to frequency, fd. I have told you that we should take fd in the fourth column. That is sigma fd. Now, obtain the total. Of course, this formula should be here in the sixth step. Now obtain the total of the fourth column, that is sigma fd. Fourth column total should be taken, and this formula should be here. Mean is equal to a plus sigma fd by n. Now we'll see one example so that we can understand. Here this bar is on this one, on is x. That is x bar is equal to arithmetic mean. Because of some reason that items are moving. In the previous slide also formula is going upside, whereas it should be in the sixth step. Here also this bar is moving forward instead of here. That is x bar is equal to arithmetic mean. Now when we see the formula, assumed mean we have understood. FD, we have understood that FD should be in the fourth column and that should be summed up, which is divided by total frequency, that is F. The F column is, second column is summed up. Deviations are, as I said, capital X minus A, and sum of the products of the deviations from the assumed mean is sigma FD. That is total of the fourth column. And n is the total number of observations, that is sigma F, second column total, or it is also called n. A is of course assumed mean, as I said. Now we will take one example. From the following data of the marks obtained by 60 students of a class, calculate arithmetic mean by shortcut method. Now we are seeing about the shortcut method. Marks are given in the first column, that is capital X. Number of students are given in the second column, that is small f. Now here also we can observe the value is somewhere around 40 and 50 because this is the central point. The value will be more or less around 40 only because it is almost the central value. Of course, that depends on the frequency that we will see in the solution. Coming to the solution, Marks are denoted by X in the first column. As I said, we have 4 columns here. In the first column, marks are denoted by capital X and the number of students by F in the second column here. Now in the third column, we will take the deviations. Here we have assumed the assumed mean as 40. That is A is equal to 40. X minus 40 is X minus A. So we will take the deviations like this. That is 20 minus 40 is minus 20. 30 minus 40 is minus 10. 40 minus 40 is 0. 50 minus 40 is plus 10. 60 minus 20 is 60 minus 40 is 20, and 70 minus 40 is 30. So we will take the frequency into deviations. Frequency is in the second column and deviations are in the third column. We will put the product of both of these in the fourth column. That is minus 160, that is 80 into 120, 12 into 10, 20 into 0, 10 into 10, 6 into 20, 4 into 30. Now we will apply the formula. We will see the solution. A formula is assumed mean plus sigma FD by N, and that comes to 41. So the arithmetic mean is 41 marks. So you observe here 41 is very nearer to 40. What I assumed the value in that slide, which consists of problem. This is how we will calculate the discrete series. So in the first column, we will take the observations given, that is X. In the second column, frequencies are taken, that is F. In the third column, X minus A is equal to D. So D is calculated, X minus A. In the fourth column, we will put F into D in the fourth column. This table you have to remember very well. So the arithmetic mean, as I said, is 41 marks. Now we will see another example. Compute the mean wage from the following data of 40 workers in a factory. Now the wages are 3, 5, 8, 10, 12 and 15. And the frequencies are given in the second column, that is number of workers. So wages are X and number of workers are F. By looking into the solution, again 4 columns are taken and let the wages be denoted by capital X, that is first column, and the number of workers by F, that is second column. In the third column, we are taking deviations. See here, in the third column, we are taking deviations, that is X minus A, capital X minus A. Here, capital X minus A. First column minus assumed mean. Here, the assumed mean is taken as 10. We can take anything as assumed mean. We can take any value from these or intermittent value, preferably between 8 and 10. Value coming between 8 and 10. We can take. Now 3 minus 10 is minus 7. 5 minus 10 is minus 5. 8 minus 10 is minus 2. 10 minus 10 is 0. And 12 minus 10 is 2 plus 2. 15 minus 10 is plus 5. This is how we will take the deviations in the third column. And in the fourth column, we will take the product of frequency plus deviation. Frequency and deviation. That is second column and third column. 4 into minus 7 is minus 28. 10 into minus 5 is minus 50. 12 into minus 2 is minus 24. And 8 into 0 is 0. 4 into plus 2 is 8. And 2 into 5 is 10. That is sigma FD is equal to minus 84. Please observe that value. Please mind the minus sign and plus sign also. That is very, very important. Because we are taking 10 deviations here, assumed mean as 10, we are getting more negative values. If we would have taken 8 as the assumed mean, if the assumed mean is taken as 8, the calculations will be a bit lower, right? Anyway, sigma FD is equal to minus 8. Whatever the assumed mean you have taken, please remember this is very, very important. Whatever the assumed mean is taken, the answer will not change. Even if you take assumed mean as 8, or if you take assumed mean as 10, or if you take assumed mean as 3 also, the answer will not change, right? Here only sigma FD will change. Now we will see the solution. So by taking the formula A plus sigma FD by N, sigma FD is sum of all the deviations multiplied by frequencies, which is taken in the fourth column and divided by number of observations, that is sigma F, second column total. Assumed mean is 10, and as I said, minus 84, here minus 84, plus minus of 84 is minus 84, and N is 40. Now 10 minus 2.1 is 7.9. As I said, it lies between 8 and 10, where it is very nearer. The answer is very nearer to 10. 8, 7.9. So even if you take assumed mean as 8 also, the answer will be 7.9. Even if you take assumed mean of as another number also, any number, you will still get only 7.9 as the answer. Here we have to observe some points. That is, each method gives the same answer. Whatever the method you follow, that is direct method, indirect method, shortcut method. Either you use direct method or shortcut method. Any method, the answer will be same. If the previous problem number 4, is calculated by using direct method also, that is sigma fx by n also, you will get the same answer as 7.9. That we have to assume. Remember. Another one is assumed mean. You can take any value at your discretion. Normally, it should be preferred from the variable x, that is the number which is existing in the column so that the calculations are minimized. In a discrete series, the total number of observations, that is n is equal to sum of frequency, or n is equal to sigma f. This also you have to remember. So these points you have to remember very well, because those are very, very important. Now we will go to the summary. We have seen discrete series in this lesson. The discrete series is a series where items are arranged in groups showing definite breaks from one point to another. Here you have to carefully observe that the series is not continuous. That means the series is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. From 1, from 2, up to 2, you have no from and to point. You have single values. That is the discrete series. Now arithmetic mean is direct method is sigma fx by n, we have seen. And the shortcut method arithmetic mean is a plus a is assumed mean plus sigma fd. D is the deviations taken from the actual observations using assumed mean, that is capital X minus A is equal to D, which is summed up as we have seen in the fourth column, that is divided by n, and the whole number which we get sigma fd by n is added to the assumed mean to get the mean value. Here it is added to the assumed mean. Now we will see the assignment. First assignment is the frequency distribution of the number of heads obtained in tossing 5 coins. 5 times a coin is tossed, or 5 coins we have taken. So all the 5 coins are tossed. If among the 5 coins, when we take 100 times, all the 5 coins are tossed 100 times, the mean of the data is given here. This is observations, number of heads, and this is frequency, number of times heads. One head we got 7 times. One head we got 7 times. 2 heads we got 13 times. 3 heads we got 26 times. And 4 heads we got 70 times. Now 11 heads we got 5 heads we got 11. Here I'm sorry, I have given you 100 instead of the total frequency. We have to take total frequency. It is not 100 as I indicated here. It is 20 plus 26, 46. 46 plus 70, 116. 116, 117. 117 plus 127. 127 plus 9, 136. Here, instead of 100, we have to take 136. In the second problem, we have taken another method. Here you can practice the direct method and the shortcut method also for all the assignments. All the assignments given you can use for direct method and shortcut method. You better calculate the direct method and shortcut method side by side for all the problems. And here also third problem, calculate the arithmetic mean from the following. Here method is not given. Again, I am repeating you. You calculate the arithmetic mean by direct method and also by shortcut method. Fourth problem we have taken as 90. Of course, here also I am mistakenly given as 90, but the total of students is taken here. That is 33 plus 34, 54 plus 17, 71 plus 19, 90 plus 18, 108. We have to take 108 here. Now calculate arithmetic mean from the following data. That is fifth problem. So we have 5 assignments in this lesson. You please attempt all these 5 assignments in 2 methods, that is direct method and shortcut method. So with this, we have come to the end of this lesson. In this lesson, you have to remember, again, I am repeating you have to remember the table which is drawn for direct method and indirect method. If you are perfect in drafting the table by taking x in the first column, f in the second column, both x and f is given in the problem. Third column is deviations of assumed mean, that is x minus a is d. And in the fourth column, f into d, 2 into 3 column d, f into d, that is summed up. Second column and fourth column are totaled. And then we will apply the formula assumed mean plus sigma fd by n. And in the direct method, we will have only 3 columns, that is x, f and fd. So this you have to remember very well, right? Okay, thank you.